Mercedes GLC300 spark plug replacement masterclass. Don't worry, we're gonna go infield step by step, but because this is a masterclass, we're gonna go over the parts you need, the tools you need, infield step by step, which I think you guys enjoy the most. There's some courtesy torque specs, which you'll have to verify yourself. And then at the very end, we're gonna go over at least some of the BMI, blunders, mistakes, and inaccuracies to avoid while doing this job yourself if you elect to do it yourself. I always recommend, if you don't feel comfortable, go to your local Mercedes-Benz dealership and have them do it. Nobody does a better job than Mercedes-Benz at servicing Mercedes-Benz vehicles. The only parts you'll need for this job are 4 spark plugs, okay? This is a new one, and then obviously that one's the used one. And then you'll need some grease for spark plug adapters. The part number's on the back, you can see it right there. Okay? And this will make it so that you can take the boots off easily the next time you replace your spark plugs, okay? Okay, so the tools you'll need a 14mm spark plug socket, okay? You'll need a T30 Torx to remove the coils and loosen one more assembly. You'll need a ratchet, and you'll need an extender. And also to install them, you'll need a torque wrench or a torque adapter. Okay, now with the engine cover off, we're gonna focus on removing the coil so we'll have access to the spark plug. When I do the spark plug changes, I do them from A to Z per cylinder, meaning I remove everything and I put in the new spark plug and reassemble that cylinder before heading to the next cylinder. Okay, with the engine cover removed, you can see all 4 coils, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 Torx bits hold them in, so we'll have to undo those. Do one at a time. Take your time.
Oh, that's fun.
All right, now with the coil removed, you can actually see the spark plug down in there. So now you have access to the spark plug. So it's time to remove the old one.
People like watching this one, where it goes in the hole.
Okay. Yeah, not bad. I think I was tripping for no reason. All right, now it's time to take a new spark plug, pop it in, and you want to hand thread it all the way down till it's seated before you torque it.
Go ahead and put in the new one. And torque it.
Okay, now it's time to torque the spark plug and lube. Okay, just take a little bit here.
Okay.
All right, now with the spark plug torqued and the boot lubricated, it's time to simply put the coil back on, slide it in all the way until it's aligned, and then simply hand tighten the two Torx bits, which I'll show you right now. And also for the last coil, you have to undo 3 more screws that hold on the little assembly, little wiring loom or whatever it is on top of the engine. I'll show you that right now.
Okay, so when doing the last plug right there, you have to undo this assembly, which includes this guy, and this guy. 1, 2, and where'd he go? 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I just needed to clear it enough so I could put lube in there. Okay.
All right, at this stage, all the spark plugs should be in there, torqued to 23 Newton meters. All the coils should be back on, and everything should be on top of the engine. All the Torx bits that you removed should be on there hand tight. Now you can torque them if you want to 9 Newton meters. If you don't, that's up to you. I did that just to be within Mercedes-Benz specifications. Okay, now let's go over a few blunders, mistakes, and inaccuracies that you can do, okay? Number 1, if you don't use the lubricant for the boots, the next time you replace it, you're gonna have a big problem. You might rip the boot, damage the boot. You might have to buy a new coil because of that. Another inaccuracy is you don't torque the spark plugs. These engines are very sensitive. They fire 5 sparks per combustion cycle, not like 1 spark like in most other cars. So they're very sensitive to the torque spec. They're very sensitive to the spark plug you use. So make sure, I recommend just using the dealer ones. Like I've heard stories of aftermarket plugs being used on these particular M274 engines and the engine pistons melting. That's kind of weird, but that's what I've heard. Another huge blunder is once you remove the old spark plug, the engine is in a very vulnerable position, okay? Because you have a hole open to the environment. So say like if your Torx bit, you know, which is thinner, falls down the hole and you don't notice that, and then you tighten the new spark plug in while the Torx bit's in there, when you start it, this is gonna completely destroy your engine. So definitely, you have to make sure nothing falls into the engine while the old spark plug is, between the time you remove the old spark plug and the time you install the new spark plug, you have to make sure nothing falls into that cylinder, okay? Because otherwise the engine is toast, gone, dead. And then that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, okay? I really appreciate that. It makes a big difference to me. So if you have any comments, questions, or anything else, and consider subscribing. I really like my subscribers. I've got over 1,000 of them. I'm trying to hit 10,000. So please subscribe if you like the content. I have plenty of good Mercedes videos on here. And have a nice day.